Disclosure Day is the new Steven Spielberg movie about aliens. It's starring Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Wyatt Russell, Coleman Domingo, and some other people that I don't know their names. And it's basically of these two people, Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor, who have like these gifts. And Josh O'Connor is trying to show evidence that he got from the government that aliens exist. And with the help of Emily Blunt later, they get Disclosure Day. And Steven Spielberg is a director that I think has some good movies. There are movies I don't like of his. I don't think he's one of the greatest directors ever, like a lot of people. I haven't seen a bunch of his movies, but even like some of the famous ones, I don't think are as great as some people say. Like Jurassic Park, I think is a fun time, but it's nowhere near being like this masterpiece that everyone thinks it is. It's not anywhere near being the best in the franchise. E.T. is a good one, but it's just not one that like I really go back to. War of the Worlds is a really good one. Like that's a really good one. Minority Report is really good. Jaws, I absolutely hated. I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but I hated Jaws. I think that he did all the first four Indiana Jones movies. I like the first one, but I think that's a bit overrated. The second one isn't very good. The third one is really good, and I like the fourth one a lot as well. But he's a director that like is a good director. Like he's got good movies, but he's also got bad movies, and he's not one that I'm like, oh, he's like one of the greatest of all time. Same with Christopher Nolan, even though I think Christopher Nolan probably has better movies. But anyway, going into this, I haven't seen like a bunch of Steven Spielberg movies. I was interested on this because Wyatt Russell was in it. So last year, after Thunderbolts came out, and Broke, which is another movie he was in, I was kind of in like a Wyatt Russell mood. I was looking for some movies to watch, and I saw this was going to be releasing this year. It was untitled at the time, but it said Untitled UFO Movie by Steven Spielberg, and he was in the cast. So I was like, that's interesting. I kind of want to give it a watch because of him. And obviously, a lot of people have been like hyping it up, like, oh, it's another Spielberg movie. And it had moments that I liked, but as a whole, it wasn't really my thing. I do like alien movies, like Super 8. I love that movie. That movie is perfect. Super 8 is probably my favorite alien movie, like pure alien movie. This one isn't in that vein, where Super 8 is these kids and like there's aliens and they're trying to figure it out, whereas this one is trying to release the alien like they exist to the public. Super 8 doesn't have a bunch of the alien, but I think that like all the characters in that are just really fun to watch, and it's more so trying to find the alien rather than like show the alien to people. Whereas this one, it doesn't have a bunch of great characters to me, and just the journey of these people trying to like, hey, look, there's aliens out there. We have proof. I don't really like. Like it was fine, but it's not my favorite. The characters. I think Emily Blunt was really good. Coleman Domingo was fine. There's this girl who hangs out with Josh O'Connor for the first half of the movie that I thought was fine. The bad guy isn't very good. I really hate Josh O'Connor. Like, I do not like his acting. I've seen him in this and Wake Up Dead Man. And though I do like this a lot more than Wake Up Dead Man, I don't like him as an actor. I just really don't like the way he acts and everything, and I think a lot of people actually like him, but I don't. But the standout for me, even though he was in it a lot less than I would have liked, he's in the first half, and then in the last half, he's kind of like barely in it, except for like one scene at the end. And even in the first half, he's only there when Emily Blunt's on screen, and sometimes it felt like they were focusing on Josh Connor a little bit more. But the standout is Wyatt Russell, the only reason I watched the movie. I think he's a great actor. He's really fun in this. He's got some comedic scenes, and I just really, really like his acting. The story itself is fine. I don't think that they do a good enough job of like, oh, we've got to show the public the aliens and everything. And when they get to the end and they ultimately like show that aliens are out there. It's kind of just like anticlimactic. It's just like, okay, great. And the scene with Josh O'Connor towards the beginning, where this girl who he hangs out with for the first half is trying to join him, and she's like, I want to know what's going on. And he's like, okay, I'm going to show you these, but be warned, it gets emotional, blah, blah, blah. He shows her a video of an alien being tortured. And that's kind of like what gets them in there. Like, she has like an emotional reaction and everything. And that video, like, they should have done a better job. Because, like, frankly, like, the alien's sitting in a bed screaming and the guy's just standing there with a flat face. Like, that's not really enough to be like, oh my gosh, I agree with you. We totally got to get this out there. Like, it's like, okay, he's screaming, so maybe he's in pain, but I don't really know because this sucks. There were some cool shots. Like, there was one with a deer and it, like, comes in on its face and then it comes over and it's like an alien. That's in the trailers. It's a cool shot, but, like, everyone's like, oh, Spielberg's, like, one of the best directors and, like, he does so many things in this that are cool and everything. It's like, yeah, I've seen better. I have seen worse, but I've seen better. There wasn't enough alien in it, and I would have liked more aliens. There's, like, 3 scenes throughout the movie that have aliens for, like, this much, and then at the end, you get, like, oh, they're real, like, here's some videos, and then an alien shows up, and you get, like, 15 to 20 seconds of screen time? There should have been more. And something that, shouldn't impact the movie, but it did, is that Steven Spielberg, I don't know what interview or anything, but there was an interview where he said this movie will have you, like, doubt your faith or something like that, and that is just one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard. Like, he wants to, like, have press for the movie, and, like, that's probably, like, oh my gosh, we have to get our butts in the theater and everything, but saying something like that isn't something I like. And I think it's one of the, like, stupidest things I've ever heard someone from Hollywood say. And trust me, there's a lot of stupid things they say. But saying that a movie is going to make you doubt your faith is just one of the worst things I've ever heard. And, like, when you watch the movie, it's like, no, it didn't do nothing anywhere near that. And in the movie, the girl who's with Josh O'Connor is a Catholic. And her character is kind of like, oh, the aliens are real, so, like, what's that mean with my faith and everything? Like, a plot line like that could be somewhat interesting, but they didn't use it great at all. And, I mean, it just wasn't used good, and just, like, some of the things weren't great, and it's, like, in no way would that, like, aliens aren't real. I believe that. I know some people will be like, no, they are, and everything. Like, no. In the Bible, it's like we're modeled after God, and like that would mean all the aliens look like humans, and like Jesus would have had to die and keep doing that like in other places if it was to be like that. Like, I do not think aliens are real. And like obviously people that don't believe in the Bible and everything probably will be like, well, your stuff is crap. But it's like it's one of the most surface level thing, and someone will try and explain it. But it's like if aliens were real, we would have had an encounter with them. Like, with the world being, 6,000 or so years old. It's not millions, it's thousands. There would have been an encounter that, like, was on news. Like, there's no way they would be able to hide that. But there hasn't been. Like, people try and be like, oh, it's a UFO. No, it's just something from another country. But everyone's got a different opinion on that. That's my opinion. But just the movie wasn't like my thing. It was way too long as well. Like, it was a bit over 2 hours, so it's not like it's like this 2.5, 3 hour thing. But like, it just, there were scenes that it's like you're going on way too long. We don't need this scene. We don't need that. Like, you're going on too long. And there was character decisions that were dumb. Like, there's a scene where Emily Blunt is using her mind powers, and to the main bad guy, she, like, becomes his wife. Like, in his head, that's what he's, like, mind control. Telepathy, or, like, something like that. But it's like, as soon as she walks away, like, I would assume, like, because she's focusing on this person, she doesn't look like this guy's wife anymore. So it's like, oh man, it's not my wife, and she died, so it's kind of obvious that she's not there. Like, obviously, I get, like, for the split second, like, as she's looking at you as the wife, it's like, if that's your wife and she died, like, yeah, you would freeze. But as soon as she walks away and it's like not your wife anymore, we're like, oh man, shoot her or capture her. But no, she walks out of there, drives off, and then one of the officers chases after her. Literally, the only reason that happened is so that we could get like a cool scene on a train. But that's my thoughts on Disclosure Day. I wasn't the biggest fan, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Wyatt Russell is the best part of the movie, even though he's not a big part. And Super 8 is supreme. But tell me what you thought of the movie. I would do a Steven Spielberg ranking, but like I haven't seen nearly a bunch of his movies. Like maybe, I don't know. Probably not. Definitely not. I'm not doing that because I don't really think that like. If he's got like 30-something movies, I've only seen around 15-ish, if that. Like, I might not even see 10, but I think I might have. But anyway, like, I don't think anyone would be interested in that. But, yeah, Disclosure Day, tell me what you thought. I will see you at the end of the week for Toy Story 5, which I'm really excited for. And, The Hunt for Robin Hood. No, The Death of Robin Hood, sorry. With Hugh Jackman, I'm pretty sure is also the 19th. I'll have a ranking of the Toy Story movies after that as well. And probably a ranking of the Pixar movies, just so I can talk about those. And then Supergirl is a week after that. Superman and Lois just started, so I'll see you in about 10 weeks for that. And, yeah. Disclosure Day, I think is like a 2 out of 10. Like, for me, like, 2 out of 10 is either you're a bad movie or you're, like, a good movie. I would put this in the middle of two, so it's got good things, it's got bad things, but ultimately, like, would I watch this again? No. Would I recommend it? No. So I guess it's on the lower end of two, but just tell me your thoughts because everyone's different, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.